Hey y'all, I'm Alexandra and I'm a photographer who lives in Pittsburgh. I love everything in the outdoors and I especially love the added challenge of doing it solo. In this video, come along with me as I do my first ever 3-day and 2-night backpacking trip. I always have to do I have keys? Do I have my phone? I have water. I have my bear spray, not for bears. Cooking system, sleeping system, tent. That's it. And then lock the car. Don't forget that. We're at about the start of the trail on the southern side, so we're hiking north. Today we have about 9 miles to go to the Cow Run shelter area where we're gonna spend the night. And then it'll be a long day connecting the shelters tomorrow. I'm gonna say that's about 16 miles. And then another like 10, 11 miles the next day to go back to the car. It's a little later than I meant to get started. So let's get some miles in and it's gonna be a great day. Let's go. You really can't complain after a long winter that it's too hot for your layers. So the sun feels amazing. This state park, it's actually the site of the world's first ever industrial oil well. So that's Oil Creek State Park. And there are old artifacts scattered throughout the park and throughout this trail. So I'm excited to kind of find those. It's like a scavenger hunt, but it's really cool. I mean, it's a huge part of Western Pennsylvania history. And the fact that like you're just walking through the woods and you can stumble upon like some of the first ever industrial oil well equipment that's still here. It feels almost like apocalyptic in that like it's kind of like this old industry that nature has reclaimed.
In Perry, no gables and eaves, 4,000 square feet just to fill up things I don't need.
I'm gonna take my backpack off so I can explore a bit, but how freaking cool is this? I don't know exactly what this is, so if there are any big oil history buffs, let me know in the comments. But I mean, I can only assume it's some sort of engine, potentially.
Down the endless road, how can we know what tomorrow holds?
I'm really trying to get some miles in now. I've stopped a lot and it's hard not to. So I really genuinely love filming and I want to show you guys everything. So it's tough for me not to stop like every couple minutes when there's like a slight change of scenery. But I gotta put some miles in. We still got a ways to go and there's a lot of up and down going on. so you can probably tell I'm out of breath, but God, this is so beautiful. I think to myself often when I'm out here in like the Western Pennsylvania region, like I always want to say, like, God, it looks like we're in like the Pacific Northwest or somewhere not here, maybe the East Coast, maybe Maine. And I think the moral of the story is that Western Pennsylvania is beautiful in its own right, and I think that's a good lesson to learn. Like, you could, no matter where you live, I think there's nature everywhere. Found a bench, so we're just taking a bit of a break, a little sit. Might eat a little something too. Onwards.
Will always be new. Each morning when I wake up with you. Someday we'll have our own acre or two. We'll have a garden and a shed for your tools. But for now.
So we're at mile 5, give or take, right now. And I just saw the first person I've seen out here all day. Big perk of going on weekdays, I think. If you want to be alone, if you don't want to be like on a crowded trail, this has got to be like the absolute best time to go on a trip like this, because it's still cool, but it's beautiful. You can still see the views, but like there's some greenery starting to pop up, little buds on the bushes and all that. It's quiet out here. There's not a lot of people out, where I think in the summer there'd probably be more people. What we were just looking at the scenic overlook, we're looking at the other side of Oil Creek. So if all goes according to plan, we should be hiking right past what we were just looking at across the creek on my 3rd day out here. We made it. This is great. This view is really great. The sun is gonna set right in front of me. It's gonna be really pretty. I'm just gonna relax for a few minutes and then go do some chores. I have to see if the water is running and collect some firewood. Just kind of check this place out, and then be time to just hang out. There is not potable water here. I knew it was seasonal, so I knew it might not work. So I'm gonna hike a little ways back on the trail. I passed a stream, not too far. I don't know how far exactly, but not too bad. This is part of the reason I love to camp, because everything becomes a little bit harder, and that means you appreciate it a little bit more. So, you know, it's like I have to walk maybe a half mile to go get water. But then I have water and I can cook my dinner and I can just hang out and enjoy nature and watch the sunset. bags acquired. Now it's food time. Yeah, I'm pretty much set up. I have all my stuff organized, so I'm gonna get a fire going and just enjoy the rest of the night. Nothing too exciting, but I had dinner and I still have a dessert backpacking little meal that I want to eat tonight because it's pretty heavy. It should be a pretty early night for me too because I'm pretty tired. My feet and my legs hurt and it was a long day, so I'm excited to crawl into the sleeping bag and go to sleep tonight. Cheating. My food and trash to the trash can and to the bear box, and pretty much did all of my bedtime activities. So we are ready to go. It is gonna be, I think, about 12 miles in total to get to the next shelter. I'm gonna cut off a couple miles on the top of this loop, and there's a cool like swinging bridge to cross over and cut off those miles. So I think it might be a win all around because I'll get to see this cool bridge. Just took a pretty decent spill on a slippery rock, and yeah, not great, and honestly could have been a lot worse. So this is a friendly reminder to myself to concentrate and watch my step. We are headed here. That's the swinging bridge where I'll cross over to the west side to head to the shelter area for tonight. I'm just sitting here taking a break. I'm definitely pooped. Like, this has taken a lot out of me. I'm tired and I still have quite a ways to go. So I'm trying to take it easy and not rush. It's hard to relax sometimes though. It's hard to not feel like you just got to keep like going, like go, go, go. There's really something kind of weird about being in a state park like this that's like not that far from civilization, and I have not seen a single person all day long. Like, it kind of makes me feel like I am the last person left in the world. That last bit of hiking was supposed to be 0.62 miles, and that was the longest 0.62 miles of my life. I am dead. Like, my legs are hurting, my shoulders are hurting, my feet are hurting, everything is hurting. But here is the sign to the shelters. It says 400 yards, so sound. We're almost there, thank God. All right, made it. It's time to cook and sit. I am all set up just in time for sunset. This is what we have going on today, same as yesterday. Pretty much the exact same setup here. And the sky. There's someone else here. There wasn't supposed to be. It seems to be just a man by himself. So I've been filming a little less than I would have if I was completely alone at the campsite. I do feel like, to be honest, a little on edge, knowing someone else is here. And I mean, I think that's just being a woman. I don't know where to draw the line between safety and weariness and paranoia. You know, I almost feel bad for feeling fearful, because chances are this is just a person out here to enjoy being in nature, same as me. And fear can inform you, but it can also hold you back. And I think a lot of us women tend to let our fears stop us from doing the things we love to do. And there are horror stories and bad things do happen, but honestly, I think holding back from your life is letting those monsters win, you know, those monsters who do want to hurt women. And if that kind of thing happened to me, I wouldn't want my story to be used as an excuse for women to not go out and do something that brings them happiness. And I think honestly, like, I have just been wanting to touch a little bit on fear in one of my videos, because I know I watch other creators' videos, especially solo female hikers and backpackers, and they seem so confident and fearless and uninhibited. And I fear someone watching a video might think, well, I do feel scared and I do feel anxious, so maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Maybe I just shouldn't be doing these things because I don't have confidence yet. And I think it's important for us to share. I film the good moments, and you know what I don't film is me waking up at 3 a.m. with my heart racing and listening for sticks breaking in the woods and wondering, could it be a bear? Could it be a man? Am I in danger? What should I do? And then not being able to go back to sleep and not being able to get the racing thoughts out of your head. For me, it's really easy to fall into that sort of anxiety spiral. And, I think I just try to live with like the mindset of like, feel the fear. Like there's nothing wrong with feeling fear. Use it to educate you and inform you about what you need to be cautious of and the precautions you need to take. And then do the things you love anyway. Don't wait until you don't feel scared to do the things you love, because otherwise you'll never do them. Morning. One final Mountain House adventure meals, biscuits and gravy this morning, and of course instant coffee. Nothing like switchbacks to start the day. Whew. Absolutely nothing better than like the fresh mountain morning air. I can smell like wood fire smoke. It's such a beautiful day. I'm definitely in like the highest spirits these first few hours of the morning before like the tiredness sets in and it gets warm and all that. But God, this is just like the best smell in the whole world. Is that weird to say? I'm so happy to be out here still, even on day 3. So I think I'm about 3 miles in, give or take. We've got about 8 left to go. We did go up some pretty gnarly switchbacks first thing. So that got the blood flowing, probably woke me up. Another like super cool abandoned structure. I'm gonna go check it out. So if you guys remember from earlier, this is the view that we saw from way up there. I think I can actually see the clearing. So that's pretty cool to think like I traveled so far. Y'all, I just saw a bald eagle. I didn't have time to get it on video, but I had been wanting to see one out here because I knew there's a pretty decent population in this area, and I'm so excited I saw one right at the end of my trip. I'm seeing a little bit of light rain in the forecast, so I'm gonna get on moving. I'm just thinking this would be like really weird to come out on a day where it's busy and there's like a bunch of kids on this playground, just like me stumbling out of the woods, just dirty and disheveled with my big old pack. Like, imagine those poor kids' confusion. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you want to see more of this kind of content, feel free to subscribe to my channel. Also like and comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys. Come back soon and we'll go on more adventures.